Tres, cuatro.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Under the Rowan Tree. Today is January the 18th, and I got a lot of things to talk about. I'm so excited for tonight. Like I said, each episode I feel like gets better, and more organized, we're structured, and I'm able to pull more information and stuff for you. So first of all, I want to start out with the astrology forecast for the next week. Oh my gosh, congratulations, you made it through another Mercury retrograde. Today Mercury goes direct, and that means that communications will start getting better. I mean, we still have the shadow time, so give it about a week. But we've got that. On Saturday is the new moon, and that's the new moon in Aquarius. So coming at the beginning of the year, this is the first new moon. All of these retrogrades are coming out for the new moon. Like I said, this is Aquarius on Saturday. On Sunday, Uranus goes out of retrograde, and then that's it. We're all direct. We are finally moving forward and being able to breathe. So that's, I mean, I said it this past week. Do not give up on your New Year's resolutions just yet. This new moon is going to be the perfect time to set your manifestations, set your goals, work your magic to transfer you forward. Your vision boards, do it this weekend. Take time out, do something for yourself, and work on what you want. We have between Sunday, that is the 22nd, through April 21st, everything is direct. So we have that span of time that we can really get the work done. And I'm going to be taking advantage of it. You can guarantee it. I've got work to do. So I hope that you do as well. Another thing, let me see what else. Oh yeah. Yeah, so Uranus is that wild card energy. So you can kind of throw that in with any new moon spells or rituals that you do, because it's taking a chance. So if you are manifesting something and you have the idea of something you want, throw out different scenarios. That way that wild card has a direction to go. imagine drawing lines in the sand. Lines in the sand, okay? This is coming from someone that's never been to the beach. But anyway, I digress. Imagine drawing 3 lines in the sand and you pour water. The water is your wild card. Where is that water going to go? So at least you have 3 directions. If you would not have carved out those spaces, you wouldn't have a direction, and that Uranus energy would just go everywhere. Um, with this, you can control it. So give yourself options, and um, and give yourself some direction. All right, so that's our astrology forecast. I wanted to get that out, and I was so excited to let you know it's over. Mercury's out of retrograde, or how some people call it, Mercury's out of Gatorade. I should have brought it. A couple sections that I have for tonight's show is I have a discussion time. I pulled a book from the Rowan Temple of Light Pagan Library that I wanted to go over with you. We have the tarot deck winner of the of what I put up, where I told you all I was retiring a deck and I needed a new deck to learn, and you all voted, and the winning tarot deck is here, and I will open it and do a reading for you throughout that. We do have some magic, as we always end a show with a little bit of magic. So we have that too. All right. So a couple of things. Okay, let me talk about winter magic first. Let me get comfortable here. So, what kind of magic do you do during the wintertime? This is your scheduled time to rest, right? So you think about how our ancestors were at this time of the year. They were setting goals because within the next couple of weeks, you're starting to get those seeds started. And we're going to be doing that on the February 1st episode for in bulk highlight. But you're making plans with manifestation magic. What about self-care? Are you doing things for yourself? While this is your time to rest, are you taking the time to make sure that your health and well-being is in good shape, in good condition? And I will be completely honest right now, no, I am not in a physical condition where I wish that I was. Could I be better? Absolutely. There are things that I can do to make myself better. And that's some magic that I am going to be doing this weekend. I'm actually going to do the things. Get that pattern started. That's that's it. Start the pattern. They say it takes what? 14 days? That's 2 weeks to develop a habit. If you can commit starting this weekend through the rest of the month, imagine what you can accomplish this year. Healthier, a broader mind, talk to people, share ideas. One thing I've noticed on social media is people don't communicate. Why would I say the people do not communicate on social media? That's literally all you do, right? No. Nobody wants to have discussions anymore. People just want to fire out what they think is right and what their opinion is. And they don't want to think about other people's feelings, and they don't want to have those discussions. They don't want to open up, and I'm guilty of it. I have blocked people just because I don't want to deal with what they're talking about. Um, Trying to think about where I want to go with this. It is okay to cut people out of your life and block them and separate yourself from them if you if they are bad for your health and they are toxic to you and you deem them harmful, you deem them a bad person, that's fine. You know, that's your opinion. You do what's best for you. But if you are not willing to have a conversation and you just want to cut somebody off, that's not really doing anybody any good. That's not helping any situation. So, a challenge for you during this winter time is open communication. Listen to what other people have to say, especially if they know something about the particular subject. Open your mind, open your heart. Because right now, people are so closed off that only we're getting so separated from everything that we're all in our own little bubbles. Nobody is willing to open up their space. And I think that if you are someone that is a voice for others, then you need to be open and accepting. But that's my challenge for some winter magic, to open yourself up. Have the conversations that need to be had. This kind of opens up another discussion. Um, so I'm not ready to go there yet. But winter magic, if you know, I mean, you got to know, but I feel like candle magic is very important for winter magic because of the lights. Like I have the soft lighting around here, so to me it's like all of these little candles. Um, Candles representing the sun in warming you up, and it's just a very sensory feeling. I love the feeling. I'm not so much a Yule person as I am an Imbolc person. Um, our Rowan Temple of Light official oil is the Bridget oil. Sun's Eye oil. Actually picked it up at Barefoot Gypsy because they are the only shop that I've been to so far in West Virginia that carries this line. And the last time I got the Bridget oil was in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So Shout out because I like to promote a business, a local business at every episode. Shout out to Barefoot Gypsy in Milton, West Virginia. Um, Look them up on Facebook. Paula is an absolutely amazing person. Okay. So anyway, I'm talking about candle magic being very prominent um, right now in this time. And I got my little glass out. I'm going to do a little candle magic tonight. Um, some winter magic for ourselves and our self care. Um, Let me see. Actually have okay, so I have two discussions, a book, and a tarot. All right, so let me kick in with one of the discussions right now. Have you noticed? And this was actually, it made so much sense whenever she said it, but Mara Starling, Welsh witch, um, she she's written multiple books and she's out there. She's a great teacher. I love her dearly. But she wrote an article, and I think we've all kind of spanned it. Well, not an article, it was a post. Anyway, she talked about how the goddesses have gotten the reputation for being kind of fluffy goddesses, that they're all about beauty and art and um, love. And that's not the case. Hello, Patricia. Thank you for joining. Um, but that's not the case. I mean, she talked about how the goddesses are just as diverse as we are, as you know, as women are, humans are, and it's true. Um, the gods get the reputation for being the warriors and the leaders, and um, they're the dominant ones, and the goddesses are frail and no, like I don't know where people get this. She had a great point, and I just wanted to talk about it. I thought it would be a great discussion. Um, this year, um, let me see. Actually, started last year, probably. I'd say around July. I started pulling more toward the dark goddesses. Now, the owls started calling to me first. And from there, I narrowed it, you did my work, call on to the deities, did my divination work, narrowed it down to Santa Morte, which is on my ancestor altar that oversees them, Lilith, and Hecate. Those were the three that were calling me. So I haven't went any further with them. I am honoring all three. And this year, 2023 Pagan Pride, we're going into the shadows. We're delving into the dark side. So, while it's quote the Raven working in the shadows, you automatically think of the Morgan or Hecate. I want to honor the gods as well, the darker side of the gods. And I kind of talked a little bit about this last week, um, about the the trickster gods, but they're really transformation gods and can walk you through to other worlds, to your shadow self. And then that, brings us to the dark goddesses this week. So I'm going to take a quick break and I'll come back and we'll talk about this a little bit more and then move on to our next section.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Asen Knight. Hi, Asen. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to trying to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Van chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit tracyvan.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal. And I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you have come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
All right, welcome back. Hello, Shannon. I hope that unpacking goes well and you're not getting yourself too overwhelmed. I mean, at least if you're in there, then you can take your time. So I was talking about before we went on break. Oh, okay, gotcha. um, I do that too. So if you are watching on YouTube, then you can cast to your TV if you know that, or any device, your Roku, your TV, whatever. That's great. I do that whenever I'm watching the other shows that are on the PCSP network. Um, with me here, which is Dottie the Psychic Show, Shameless Self Promotion, Coffee and Tea, which I will be on there tomorrow night with Asen, um, Mountain Bears with Asen and Joe, and the Psychic Coffee Shop on Tuesday nights. So if you are, if you want to check out, psychic broadcasting, then you have come to the right place at the the PCSP network. So you can find that at pcspnetwork.com. Or West Virginia Psychics, we are there as well. WestVirginiaPsychics.com. Shout out to everyone. All right. So as I was saying before the break about the goddesses getting tamed, and I say it that way because I feel like when the patriarchal society started and Christianity took over, like, do you really think Bridget was a complete saint? I love Bridget. Bridget is one of my goddesses. She is kind of the reigning goddess over Rowan Temple of Light. Like I said, we use her oil. Imbolc is very strong with Rowan Temple of Light. That is, her time is during the Celtic Rowan time. We're very connected. Anyway, but she is not my main goddess. Let me tell you about my matron. My mother goddess is Maeve. She was a Celtic queen, and she battled her husband for fun. Went to war over a cow because she wanted a cow. It was a white cow. It was a beautiful cow. Very special. But anyway, her husband died, and the only way that anyone could take his place to be king was to have sex with her. So she was a very primal goddess. She was a real person. They have a Maeve mound. Can't remember exactly where it's at, but her story is very deeply rooted. So she was not afraid to fight. She was not afraid to have sex. She was not afraid to be in charge of her own body, to make her own decisions and what was best for her people. And I love that about her because she did not take to lying down. Well, I guess she did. I guess she did. But she had control. She had power, and she used that. So, I both sides of me, I got her and I got Odin. Like Odin's my papa. Like he like so wise, and like I just look when I envision him, I just look at him in awe. It's just like, just I just want your knowledge. I just share. Let me, learn. Just I want to learn everything. But that's where I get my drive from both of them. But anyway, all right, I will stop talking about how the patriarchal society has made the goddesses tame, and it's time that we release ourselves and be the strong women that our goddesses know that we can be. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. All right. So now that I think everyone is on here, I will reveal the tarot cards with that one. So let me get the numbers here, because I counted everywhere, from Instagram, from TikTok, Facebook. Yes, I counted. There's not really a whole lot of numbers here, but hey, whoever voted, thank you for voting. Stranger Things tarot deck received 4 votes. Supernatural tarot deck received 14 votes. And for the win with 22 votes, Labyrinth. Everyone, like the majority of people, chose Labyrinth. And most people were like, David Bowie, hello. Like I did an unboxing whenever I got these, so I have an unboxing video up on YouTube. So if you want to go and watch that, I'm not going to do a full unboxing here, but I am going to show you some of the cards and tell you a little bit about them. Here is the book. And so we have like the little walking sticks for the wands. Feathers for the swords. See, the Emperor card is the father. Let me try to... Okay, so they're called poles, the sticks. King of Poles, so one of the guards. Now, if you remember the movie, so Strength card is the big like bionic where they were sitting like up here controlling things. All right, so the pentacles, which would be pentacles or coins, is actually junk. So you see keys and funnels and like everything. And for the cups are these like little pots. You see the queen of feathers is actually this little fairy. And honestly, after looking at these cards, I want to go back and watch the movie again, because I don't remember this fairy. Oh, I remember the fairies. Okay. Um. Oh, what's his name? He was spraying them. Hoggle. Hoggle was spraying the fairies. Okay. And see, the Queen of Junk is the old lady that was trying to get her to stay there. Fate. The Fate card is card number 13, which means it's death card. And that is, remember him, David Bowie, like Dareth was disguised as him. Okay. The Tower card is the castle. And the moon is the apple. Look at the crows. And so okay, so the 15 card is the devil card, which is the furies. So it's the demons. It's called the demon card. All right. So here we go. Like I said, these cards are very stiff because I have not used them but one time. But we'll give them a run here. Oh, and the back of them. Look at the back of the cards. It's the doorway. I know, I'm taking time. Okay, so the 9 of feathers, that would be the 9 of swords. All right. We have the emperor. And what did I call him? Oh, and the 3 of poles. So 9 of swords, the emperor, and the 3 of poles. Okay, so I feel like this is someone that has, and I guess that this is a little bit of my trauma and tarot coming in, because what this feels like is an over communicator that has good intentions and says that they want what's best for you, but is not really showing it. So I feel like you're waiting. We're waiting for them to collectively, put it bluntly here, we're waiting for this person to get their head out of their ass and stop acting like they are better than everyone else. I felt the waiting with the 3 of the poles. The person who really means well, but is over communicating, and I feel I can't help that the trauma and tarot is coming through right now. But if you have someone that is overbearing to you, let them go. You do not need that type of drama, that type of drain on you. Yeah. You don't need this type of hurt and aggravation, because this person is going to keep trying to bring you down. Like, they're never going to give you the love and respect that you deserve. And then the card that pops out is the high priestess. How that's the high priestess, I don't know. But that tells me that you are going to overcome it, you are going to advance from it, and feel a whole lot better about you, your life, your direction, and your happiness. Remember, full moon's coming up, so well, let things go. Lock them up, kick them out, do it. All right, time for the second commercial break. We'll be back for discussion and some magic.
Welcome back, Goblins! My name is Jason, and I am the host of the Esoteric Book Club, a podcast that examines titles on the magical, paranormal, the mysterious, and the strange. I release 2 episodes a month in which I review books on esoteric topics, recap news of the weird, and conduct interviews with authors, practitioners, and experiencers. The Esoteric Book Club can be found on every major podcast service or can be streamed directly from esotericbookclub.org.
Hi, I'm Tracy Van. I provide a blended reading consisting of mediumship, psychic, and tarot cards. A reading from me can cover any guidance you need from relationships with your partner or your family, spiritual, financial, any questions you may need clarity on. If you would like to book an appointment with me, check out my website, tracyvann.com. That's TracyVann.com. I have bookings from 15 to 60 minutes you may choose from. That helps if you just have a quick question, need an answer, or if you're looking for a reading in more depth, I'm here to provide the guidance and clarity for you. Let's just figure it out. Bye.
Hi, Techie Joe here. I work with Ace and Knight, some of the best psychics in West Virginia, to create amazing live streams and podcasts for the Psychic Coffee Shop Network. Together, we brew up great content discussing news, events, hot topics, and more, all from a psychic perspective. On the Psychic Coffee Shop, we interview amazing authors in the metaphysical realm. Coffee and Tea combines ASIN with Tracy, Dottie, Natalie, or Lady Gwendolyn for the good and the bad of being a psychic. Shameless Self-Promotion with Dottie the Psychic talks to leading and emerging YouTubers and business owners in our community. Mountain Bears brings you the latest in LGBT news and politics. The Psychic That Plans answers the question of, well, how a psychic plans. Plus, we're live on air. We take your comments and your questions, including psychic advice questions. Check out our amazing programming, book an appointment with top psychics, and find out all the wonderful things we have to offer at PCSBnetwork.com today.
Hi, I'm Ace and Knight. I provide tarot readings covering everything from love and relationships to your life questions and your most spiritual answers. And also, I provide a lot of guidance in finances and divorces and all those relationship problems. So, if you'd like to get a reading from me privately, not on air, you can feel free to do so by visiting aceandnight.com and booking your appointment. I also provide on-demand services, so if your life is a little chaotic, you can go ahead and click that call now button there on my site. Great for a quick answer question. All right, guys, back to the show. Enjoy.
All right, everybody. Thank you for staying with me. All right, it is time to highlight a book from the Rowan Temple of Light Pagan Library. And I cannot pronounce this last name. I'm not even going to, the name, because it's just one big long name. But I will read you the title and say the book. Self-initiation for the solitary witch. Attaining higher spirituality through a 5-degree system. Now, I know that this is going to be a controversial topic. I know that I may get a little bit of hate from this, but everybody's path is different, and I just feel like it's important to discuss all aspects. Now, joining, it used to be originally that you had to be initiated and to join a coven to hear any kind of information. That kind of structure, like coven style structure, is good for people that need that structure. I think it is good for people to have that type of community. Um, while that's not the only way to get community, that's a preferred way for some people. Um, we are now living in an age of self-taught, self-initiated practitioners. I am a mix. I am not afraid to admit it. I'm a mix. I started out learning by myself. That's why that's why Rowan Temple of Light has a pagan library, because I wanted all types of information. We've got everything from divination to astrology to theology to things like this. And it's open. If anybody wants to come and study, you're more than welcome. Just reach out. But I learned a lot on my own. Then I found an online coven because that's what worked for me. That's the community that I was able to find. Once in that online coven, I was able to thrive and work my way up. And then I was initiated into priestess and then eventually to high priestess. And then I was able to go off on my own. What I learned and taught in that online coven is the foundation for my spiritual practice now. And we all have our different, like I said, we all have our different paths. I knew before I met that online coven that I was going to be Lady Gwendolyn. I was told, you need to take that name. That is your name. You need to own it. So that's what I did. Whenever I was like, well, I need to do something to earn it. So that's whenever I started my gatherings, because I started gatherings before I found the online coven and before I started my journey. But I learned from all different paths. Buckingham, Cunning, Buckingham. Oh my God, Uncle Bucky, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Raymond Buckland and Scott Cunningham were my two that I followed. Okay, so self-initiation. I got this book, and you can tell that, because I started it. I got some stuff underlined in it. So let me just kind of go down. So deity properties. It goes, and this is first degree stuff. Cosmic body, the sun, the moon, and the stars, the god, the goddess, and the child. The god, okay, so the god is sun, ascending, wisdom, receiving, active, male, animus, analysis, and time. The goddess is the moon, descending, compassion, giving, retroactive, female, anima, synthesis, and space. The child is the stars, the stationary, patience, maintaining, stillness, androgynous, animus and anima, creation, and space and time. And I still abide by that. The sun, moon, and the stars, the god, goddess. I still follow that. Um, there is a lot of deep information. Like, I mean, the reeds in here, the pentagram in here, your basic setting up the altar, like where things are, where things go, a brief history of Wicca, because this is a Wiccan path. Um, like I said, the ritual area, elements, all first degree stuff. First degree is called the path of intellect. So it gives you all basic information. It really leaves nothing out. Ritual for spell work, colors, chakras, even methods of divination. And I think it's kind of funny, and I underlined a few. So let's look back together and see which ones I underlined. Okay, Capiomancy. Smoke rising from fires is observed for possible patterns. Evidently, I was called to that because I do do that. So apparently, these methods of divinations are ones that have called to me. Cardiomancy. Of course, a very popular method of observing patterns made by combinations of playing or special cards. The use of tarot deck is a method of cardomancy. Well, gee whiz. Who would have guessed, right? And another one. It's the name for pendulum. So Radisthea. Most popular method of this type of divination is to hold a pendulum between the fingers. The direction of the pendulum swings provide answers to questions. So yeah, I mean, there's dice, astrology, like Allieromancy, balls of dough are baked. Common answers to questions such as yes or no in place in each one. A question is asked and then a ball is chosen for the answer. All right, so take a piece of wax paper and write yes or no on these little pieces of paper, bake them in your dough, and have divination rolls, right? So that would be Allieromancy. Okay, so path of intellect, you get it. All right. It even has learning the runes in that. All right, second degree is the path of the heart. And so the Wiccan priest or priestess, mistress or master is what they're calling second degree. So there's the cycles, inner temple, meditations. It goes into the tarot, different psychic abilities, aura scrying, dream work, and initiations. Okay, third degree is the path of the soul. Now, this is the Wiccan high priest or high priestess, the lady or lord. And so There are magical books that the author recommends. Being able to lead group rituals, lead meditations, starting a pagan study group, starting a non-traditional coven. See that word? Non-traditional. Because this is a book for you to grow through and learn, like the self-guided, for you to gain clergy on yourself. My point is, okay, and then fourth degree, the path of the physical. So this is Wiccan Elder, and this is your service to others, and doing rebirths, and then Wiccan ancestors. So fifth degree, path of the mysterious. And this gets into solar work, lunar work, astrological. Okay. So here is the book, Self-Initiation for the Solitary Witch. And that is the author's name. Like I said, I am not going to try to do that. I will butcher it. But that is the Pagan Library book. So I feel, as part of the discussion, I feel as though it is okay if you put in the work to say you are a high priestess, if you have done the work and you have the knowledge to call yourself that. Covens are not easy to find. And when you do find one, it's not all the time that they are going to be open to accepting new people. And when they do have public and open rituals and gatherings for you to go and get to know, do that. Explore them, meet with them, feel if that's the right vibe for you, because you don't want to commit yourself to someone that is going to be toxic for your learning process. You need to go to someone that you're comfortable with, that you can trust, and is going to help you feel loved and secure in yourself and your work, and is going to encourage you along your path. Any good teacher is going to do that. And not just a teacher, but any good person in the community is going to do that. All right. So it is at the end of our show, and it is time for a little bit of magic. It is, I love that we always end the show out with a little bit of magic. And since I was talking about winter magic earlier and self-care, I thought we would do, like I said, like you saw, a little bit of candle magic. Now, there is a white candle, a yellow candle, and an orange candle here. These are small. I love them. They don't last any longer than an hour. So this magic should be done by like 10 p.m. tonight. All right. So I got the wicks all going different ways because I shouldn't do that. I was getting ready to like wet it to move it. Man, it won't catch fire. All right. So this is a mental health spell. And each thing I'm going to say 3 times. And I will just talk you through it. So if you want to receive, then feel free to speak along with me. Okay. The sacred big for tonight is actually the sun and the moon. So, all right. So the first candle we're going to light is the white candle. It is in the center. And here we go. I light this candle to renew my spirit. I light this candle to renew my spirit. I light this candle to renew my spirit. The yellow candle on the left. This flame fires my imagination. This flame fires my imagination. This flame fires my imagination. And the orange candle on the right. My body is healthy and strong. My body is healthy and strong. My body is healthy and strong. As we will it, so mote it be. So I'm waiting for the candles to connect, all of them to connect now. Right now they are still separate. They might actually stay separate too. But the flame is going really well. So I will take pictures of this and I will post it. Thank you all for joining. Next week, I had a request earlier in episodes of Under the Rowan Tree to talk about runes. I am not a rune reader, but I will go over the runes with you. I will get them out and we'll go through them. That will be the last episode of January. The last episode of Under the Rowan Tree is February 1st. That will be our in bulk episode. So of course we'll have in bulk magic there. We've gotten really good. We've had all the major holidays on the show, so really excited. So we will do some magic on in bulk. And then on February the 8th, we will start our episodes of Divination Night Season 3. So stay tuned for that. One last look. So focus your energy on here for a minute. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night for coffee and tea with Ace and Knight and myself. Love you guys. Good night.